is The Sit Down, and I'm here with Will Roland, star of the new Broadway musical, Be More Chill. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing really good, man. So Be More Chill, it's all about growth. It's all about change.
Yeah.
So I got to open with it's the new year. Do you have any resolutions or hopes, dreams?
Yeah, I was sitting around on New Year's Eve and I was trying to come up with something, and I randomly said, my New Year's resolution is to overcome adversity and be the architect of my own demise. So,
whoa.
So if things go south this year, I want it to be my fault. Like no one else is taking me down.
So overcome adversity. So if you conquer, also your fault.
Also my fault.
But if things fall apart,
my fault.
I like it, man. You're taking a lot of responsibility on
Taking ownership of my life.
I really appreciate that. Well, listen, in Be More Chill, you play a high school student on a quest for popularity.
Yep.
Let's take a look.
I've earned the right to selfishly be all for one and one for me. I've wasted all eternity just being the loser, the geek, or whatever.
I'm sorry, that's really catchy.
It bops.
I was really enjoying that.
What do the kids say? It slaps.
It's very nice. Look at you keeping up with the terms. Very nice. So I gotta ask, how does your character go from being a loser geek, whatever, to a popular kid?
So Jeremy, who is a high school junior, he wants to be popular. He wants to be well liked. He wants to get the affections of the girl that he likes, and he learns about this pill that he can take, which is a supercomputer called a squip. And it will implant in his brain and instruct him how to be more chill.
Nice.
So it's this sort of modern take on like the Faust story, like Little Shop of Horrors. You know, the terrors of AI gone wrong.
But a little tech. Do you like that kind of sci-fi aspect?
Oh, I love that stuff so much. I was like a big. I watched like every episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation when I was in high school.
Yes.
I feel like G4 TV used to show 2 episodes back to back. And I watched it every night.
All right, so this leads to my next question, which is, were you chill in high school?
Chill, no, but I definitely had like a better like a better run than poor Jeremy, who I play.
Okay, you were like chiller than that.
Yeah, I was like a very hyped up kid, very tightly wound. I remain a very tightly wound kid, but I had a good time, and you know, I had some good friends who embraced that about me and helped me sort of navigate the world. But chill is not a word I would use to describe myself then or now.
Those friends are so important. My co-host Saeed, I feel like, kind of brings me back. It helps me chill out a little bit. I did want to ask, like, with this play, with the idea of chilling out, with it coming to Broadway in February, are you nervous at all about it?
Oh yeah, I'm super nervous. I'm super nervous because I've never been entrusted with this much responsibility before. I'm returning. I'm very lucky to say I'm returning to Broadway. I got to do Dear Evan Hansen last year.
For 4 years?
Yeah, for years and years I worked on Dear Evan Hansen. I loved it. I had a great time. But like now I'm sort of stepping into this leading man role, which, like I said, is like a huge amount of responsibility.
It is.
I feel ready, but also like, you know, it's the first time that someone has said, like, here you go, like, go for it. You're in charge.
You're going to be the main focus.
You will be the architect of your own demise.
That city already has a huge fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, it was running off Broadway in Jersey. What about this show, do you think? What do these fans love about this show?
I think there's definitely a universal element to what's going on here. It's about being a misfit. It's about being an outsider. It's about feeling like people don't like get you or understand you. Which I think, like, whether or not you're a teenager is a thing you can relate to. I think also it has this fantastical sci-fi element that we are like craving more and more these days as the world gets very insane. You know, I think you're seeing, like, you know, all these like sci-fi movies are what we crave and what we want to do, and I think this feels very much like a Ready Player One, Stranger Things kind of vibe, which hasn't really penetrated musical theater before this.
So it's almost like that want for escapism.
Yeah.
I also feel like kids just love this soundtrack so much.
Do.
Like, I feel like you've got a lot of people talking about the show that even haven't had a chance to see it yet. How do you think social media is changing Broadway? Because I think about Hamilton, of course. Right? When soundtracks get more popular, even as people haven't been able to see the show.
Yeah, I think it's this thing where the old sort of logic used to be like, oh, like you hold the cast album back, you hold content back so that it doesn't ruin the show, so people don't, you know, spoil the show. But I think actually, like, in the age of social media, musical theater is sort of resurging in a way that it has not in a long time, because there's just, you know, everybody can sort of find the content that they want, which is, you know, evidenced by this show. All all these kids were like, I want this, I don't want anything else. And that sort of coupled with like the musical itself becomes like a concert experience. Like just because Beyonce puts out a new album doesn't mean that you don't still want to go see Beyonce when she's in town. So we're Beyonce is what I'm saying.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is a bold. I was with you up until
Beyonce,
that, but that was a bold
same
step.
thing.
A bold step that you took there right at the last second. I did want to add, like you're talking about resurgence, right? Is there you've got these two characters, original characters that you are making famous on Broadway now, but if you could have a classic Broadway musical kind of come back and you could star as any character you wanted, who would it be? What musical?
This is like way in the future in my life, but I love 1776. It's like a great show that like does not get enough credit. And John Adams is this this short, quote, obnoxious and disliked member of the Constitutional Convention. And he just, it's all about this, like, short, loud man screaming America into existence. Like, that's all that he does.
And that's the role.
There's a whole song
you're not going with Phantom of the Opera. You're not going, no, that's what you
they
want?
keep repeating, he's obnoxious and disliked, did you know that? And then he's like, he just screams until America happens. And I want to star in that show.
In the future.
I mean, it's probably like 15 years down the line.
All right. What about, I know Dear Evan Hansen, going to film. Would you want to make a jump?
Oh my God, I'd love to. Yeah,
would you want to
absolutely.
be Jeremy?
Yeah, I would love to do the Dear Evan Hansen movie, the Be More Chill movie. These things are all sort of, I'm very focused on Be More Chill on Broadway right now, but I would love to be a part of either of those projects. There's so many awesome people who I respect creating them, and so I just want to work with them.
What about the 1776, if that could be a film?
It is a film. It's a great film. Mr. Feeney's the star.
Whoa!
Yeah,
really?
It's William Daniels.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they did a
like
remake,
a young
would you do it?
60s. Oh, absolutely. In a heartbeat.
All right, listen, Hollywood, call him up, man. He's
Call me.
ready. Also, again, shout out to the Blazer.
Hey, thank you. It's a Twitter show.
Looking very, very good. Thank you, Will, for joining us. Be More Chill will be on Broadway starting February 13th. Up next, we've got more AM to DM, and I get it, the Blue Bird, the Blue Jacket Twitter show. I get it.
Thought about
what you did there. Nice.